Hello there, welcome to day 2. Well, so I thought it was looking pretty okay until I compared it with the photograph, and you can see it's really different. And so I'm gonna work on it some more, especially the lower half of her face, her jawline, her mouth. Because if you block out this part, it's pretty okay, but this part needs to be shaped. It's so funny because when you put them right next to each other, you really see the differences. Even her hair is so much darker than how I have it and redder. So I'm just gonna take my time with this because I really want to use it to learn how to be a better human portrait painter. Well, I had to wait all day until I could paint her, so now it's the afternoon, the evening's coming on. Let's get started. Struggling with this one. Portraits are so hard, but I'm having a lot of fun anyway. Let's see what I got from today. Okay, so I wasn't 100% happy with that one. So I got a small canvas and I'm going to try again. I just watched a tutorial on YouTube about how to paint portraits. And so hopefully that will help. Let's see what happens this time. The first one was practice. This one is a lot better. I like it. I think it looks a lot more like her. Phew, that was hard. That tutorial was great. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can check it out. It really helped me a lot. Good morning. So it's I would call this day 3. It's day 3 for this one and day 2 for that one, but it's the same portrait, so we're calling this day 3. Oh my goodness, I'm learning so much. So this is before and after I watched the tutorial on YouTube. YouTube is great. You can give yourself a whole education and learn probably more than going to college just by looking at the right videos on YouTube. So what I learned about proportions, I actually drew some guidelines on this one, and it's not perfect by any means, but I think it's a lot better than the first one. I drew guidelines and got the angles right first of all, so the eyes that are tilted like this, and then the face in general, there's actually like a line going this way. So I got the guidelines here, and I had trouble getting the proportions going this way, so I'm gonna work more on that on the next portrait. The size of her face is a little small, but then on this one it looks like it's a little big. Everything's spread out, and also the eyes are a little bit on the high side, so I'm still working on that. A lot of artists that do portraits have a tool where it's like this, where you can actually measure. You can measure the picture that you have this way, and then get the exact proportions here. And so I'm going to invest in that so I can get really accurate proportions. So I started really working with the features before I put on any details. I worked on the proportions, and then I layered the darks and put the darks in, and then sculpted the face, the darks and the lighter and the lightest, to try to get the values of the paints accurate. See, here she looks a little bit on the flat side, and I was like going back and forth, where I needed to work more on the darks and the proportions before I started with the details. I just jumped right into the details too fast. So on this one I worked a lot like my parrots. It's actually just like my parrots, but because this is newer for me, I jumped into the details. That's not what you want to do. You want to make sure you get the proportions right and layer the paints with what's in the back, and then work forward, and then add the details last. So that's what I did here, and it worked out a lot better. I'm going to put some kind of light background here. And then this one, I think I'm going to transform it, because I've been wanting to experiment with some textures and layers, and I'm going to transform her. I like her like really intense eyes. So I'm going to transform it into something like that's like called looking beyond or something like that. I like her nose too. I might leave her nose. So we're going to have some fun with this to transform it into something really experimental, but I'm going to keep this one. I talked to the young lady online who posted this picture so that people could draw and paint her, and she was so nice. She said she liked them both, but she liked this one better. So I mean, they don't look exactly like her, but I'm really excited because I made progress, and it's so important for mental health to always be learning something new. I have so much to learn, so I'm actually very excited. So let's transform this one and have some fun.